welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here for another round of Post-Review Friday. If you're new to my channel, I do have, at this point, what I would consider a series, which is Post-Review Friday. And in these videos, I talk about my most recent finish, things that I liked, things that I didn't like, and then I also go over my accessories that I chose. So today we are talking about Poppy Field by Peggy Collins. This one is a Diamond Art Club, but it is from their Amazon storefront. So it's a very nice small size. This one is a 25.9 centimeter by 22.8. We have 33 colors with 1 AB and 3 fairy dust drills. And did I say this one was a round? This one is a round drill, if I forgot to say that. Here is the thumbnail of the image. And here it is in diamond painting form. I started this one on November 5th and I finished it on November 8th. I definitely could have finished this one quicker. I know it's not a race, but I was, doing other things. I was starting my Christmas decorations. I just wasn't dedicating as much time to diamond painting, which is kind of why I wanted to work on something smaller at the start of November, because I knew I would be busy. So I wanted to have something that I wouldn't feel super guilty about just doing smaller diamond painting sessions. So what I did for this one is I broke it up into quarters. So basically I halved it vertically and I halved it horizontally, and I worked on 4 sections, and I think it turned out really, really well. Obviously, with Diamond Art Club, I know the rendering most of the time, more often than not, is going to be great. I very much enjoy Diamond Art Club's rendering. You guys know I work on a lot of kits from Diamond Art Club, but sometimes when you get this small, even the best renderings can sometimes be questionable. This one, though, I was really happy with. I think considering the size and even just take the size out of the equation, I think all around it just turned out so nice. You can clearly see that we're working with poppy flowers. The side-by-side of the original artwork and the diamond painting version, it's pretty spot on in my opinion. I will say this one had a bit more confetti than I was expecting. Now, I have unboxed this one on the channel, and I definitely was expecting some confetti. There was just a bit more. There was a little bit more than I was expecting, and I actually enjoyed it. Sometimes these smaller kits, I can get a little bit bored with working on. I work on a lot of larger diamond paintings and I enjoy the detail. And sometimes I do feel like if I'm working on something small, I end up just being like, okay, can we get this over with? Can I just be done? And I actually didn't feel that way with this diamond painting. And I think that has to do with the confetti. It kind of kept me engaged. It kept me excited about the colors we were working with. The special drills were really fun. We had a red fairy dust, which is right here. We had an orange fairy dust. We had a really beautiful blue fairy dust. And then we had a yellow AB. So the specials were a lot of fun to work with. They were kind of just sprinkled all throughout the canvas. And I think overall, it just turned out really, really nice. So I did work on this one for the hashtag DP for Vets. I believe it was just a paint along this year. I don't think it was a full-fledged diamond painting event. I believe it was a paint along. It's still going on. It's going on for the length of November. If it's something you're interested in joining, it is being hosted by Daphne from Diamond Paintings Anonymous. Daphne's channel is great. So much knowledge and so many fun videos that she comes up with. So I will try to remember to link her channel in the description. If I forget, you guys know. Remind me, just be nice, because I sometimes forget to do that. Overall, aside from the rendering of this diamond painting, I had a couple of issues with the drill field, specifically the poured glue. It was definitely a little bit slippery in some areas. It wasn't as, I was going to say gluey, but that's not a word. It definitely wasn't as sticky as, I don't even know if sticky is the right descriptor for it. Like, I know we talk about the older Diamond Art Club canvases with the really plush, like you can just feel the glue. It's been a little while since we've had that amount of glue on our canvases, but this one just, it had that really slippery texture. I was putting a drill down and then I would just go to pick my pen up and it would shift a little bit. Or I had drills in my multiplacer and I would go to lay them down and they wouldn't come off of the glue or off of the putty. So just some spaces didn't have enough glue for my liking. Obviously, I know that I could add my own glue. I'm kind of lazy. I'm kind of a little bit too lazy to do that, especially on something this small. If I was working on a larger painting and it was really, really getting to me, I would probably take that step. But for something this small, which I'm just trying to get a finish, I'm trying to participate in an event, it's not taking up huge amounts of my time, I'm fine with just pushing through. And honestly, more often than not, when I have glue issues, I just push through anyway. It takes a lot for me to not finish a diamond painting. Actually, I don't know if I've ever not finished a diamond painting. That's a conversation for a different day. But really, my only issue with this canvas was the poured glue. I just wish there was a bit more of it. Other than that, the drill field was clear. I didn't have very much trash at all. It looks like I had 5 pieces of trash for this diamond painting. I don't know if you guys can see down in there. Sorry for my band-aid. These drills just have like little holes right on the top, which is something that I'm used to seeing with Diamond Art Club round drills. It really doesn't bother me as long as I have enough of every color, which I absolutely did. I had plenty of everything, which was great. If you're seeing an empty container, it's because I had 2 spots for $3.10. I had 2 spots for $4.98, and so on. So plenty of every color. I actually really enjoyed the color palette for this one. I kind of was a little bit worried when I was putting all the drills together, but on the canvas, I think they all look really, really pretty together. And I think my favorite part of the canvas itself is that blue fairy dust drill. This is 803? Yes, 803. It's just so pretty. I think this is my first time working with that bright of a blue fairy dust drill, and I liked it quite a bit. So this is my first finish for November. Very happy with it. And as far as my accessories, I used this red tray from JH Envision Labs. My pen is from Handmade Diamond Painting Pens and More. This is a Flower Girl blank. Sometimes when I mention to you guys who made the blank, I get a lot of questions like, what does that mean? So the pen, the actual blank that the pen is made from, is from a separate company. So the blank itself, the wood with the flowers, is from Flower Girl Blanks. And then Handmade Diamond Painting Pens and More, also known as O'Brien Custom Turning, they took the rectangle blank and they turned it into this pen. So hopefully that explains that. I do get some questions when I talk about Flower Girl and also Cocoon. I get a lot of questions like, what do you mean by Cocoon? So in this case, the blank is from Flower Girl and the pen turners are O'Brien Custom Turning, also known as Handmade Diamond Painting Pens and More. Sorry for that long explanation. My cover minder is from Snarky Crafter Designs, I believe is her Etsy shop. She is fully a cross-stitch shop, but I had come across some of her cover minders. She had a really cute otter one at one point, which you guys know I needed. And I liked this one. This is a good neutral diamond painting cover minder. If I don't have one that matches a painting perfectly, I tend to gravitate towards this one. And then my putty is Crisp Night Air from Enabler's Outpost. This is their Chit, C-H-I-T. I don't know if they make putty anymore, but I have a fall sampler from them, and then I have a few of their full-size putties. I do like it. It can be a little I'm trying to pick a good word. It can be a little sticky for me, I guess, a little stringy, but I do like it overall. I prefer to use it more this time of year as opposed to the summer. I find it to be a little too loose of a formula in the summer, just from my experience. And then my washi tape is from Amanda Michelle Designs. Of course, we have the poppy flowers. For my containers, I used this thin tape. This is a 3mm from the brand MT. I got a huge multi-pack from this brand on Amazon many, many years ago. And it wasn't until I fully kitted up that I realized this didn't match my painting at all, but it's fine. And then my box cutter. I always get questions about these little paw box cutters. These are from Amazon. So that is going to do it for today's Post Review Friday. I really love the Amazon kits from Diamond Art Club. They're just the perfect little kit when you need something smaller. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's post review. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!